Good morning, everyone. So, our today's lecture is on anxiety disorders, part 4. In the previous lectures, that is in part 1, we had discussed about what is normal anxiety, then what is anxiety disorder, then we had discussed about the average age of anxiety disorder, then types of anxiety disorders, then etiology for development of anxiety disorder. Then in part 2, we had discussed about the separation anxiety disorder, symptoms, etiology and management of separation anxiety disorder. Then in part 3, we had discussed about the childhood onset social phobia or social anxiety disorder, its etiology, symptoms, diagnostic criteria and management. Then in part 4, that is today, we will discuss about the panic disorder. So, in continuation with our previous lectures, let's begin our today's topic, that is panic disorder, part 4 of anxiety disorders. Panic disorder. Panic disorder, it is a syndrome of recurrent, discrete episodes of marked fear, intense fear or discomfort in which patient experiences abrupt or sudden onset of physical symptoms and psychological symptoms, which we call panic attacks. So basically, panic disorder, it's a syndrome of sudden, recurrent and discrete episodes of excessive fear, intense fear and discomfort and feeling of discomfort. That time the patient experiences sudden onset of physical and psychological symptoms which we call panic attacks. मतलब पेशेंट को इतना ज़्यादा डर लगता है, वो इतना ज़्यादा अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाता है इस पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन में कि he starts experiencing physical symptoms. He starts experiencing physical and psychological symptoms which we call panic attacks. So those physical symptoms include palpitations, heartbeat is increased, excessive sweating, perspiration, shaking of the hands, feet, trembling of the hands, shortness of breath, difficulty in breathing. The patient feels dizzy, dizziness, pain in chest, feeling of discomfort and nausea. Children presents with acute respiratory distress, difficulty in breathing, wheezing, respiration, but there is no fever. So, the physical symptoms which occur when the patient has intense fear and discomfort, those physical symptoms are difficulty in breathing, trembling, shaking of the hands and the feet, then shortness of breath, palpitations, excessive sweating, nausea, and children presents with acute respiratory distress, but there is no fever and wheezing respiration. Then the associated psychological symptoms include the patient has excessive fear of death, loss of control. The patient loses control on himself or herself. He just goes crazy. He starts doing crazy things. He has no control on himself. Then persistent concern about having future attack. Patient has great concern, has continuous worry about the future attacks. Avoidance of setting where attacks have occurred. The patient starts avoiding those places, those situations, those settings where such panic attacks have already occurred. So patient उन जगहों को avoid करेगा जहाँ पे उसको ऐसे panic attacks आ सकते हैं या आ चुके हैं पहले, तो वो उन जगहों को avoid करता है. Panic disorder symptoms, वही nausea, pain in chest, feeling of discomfort, dizziness, sweating, heartbeat is increased, trembling, shaking of the hands and the feet, shortness of the breath. Now, the panic disorder is uncommon, is rare before adolescence, and the peak age of onset is at 15 to 19 years of the age and more common in girls. So basically, separation anxiety was also more common in girls, and panic disorder is also more common in the girls. And the average age, the peak age of onset of panic disorder is at 15 to 19 years, and panic disorder is uncommon before adolescence. The post-adolescence prevalence of panic disorder is 1 to 2%, which is very low. Then Early onset panic disorder and adult onset panic disorder do not differ in symptom severity or social function. Basically, there is no difference in the symptoms between the early onset panic disorder and adult onset panic disorder. The symptoms will be same and the severity of the symptoms will also be same. There will be no difference. Children of parents with panic disorder are much more likely to develop panic disorder. This is very obvious. हम starting से यही discuss कर रहे हैं anxiety disorders में कि whenever there is a case of anxiety disorder, there must be a history of anxiety disorder in the family or a history of that particular anxiety in mother or father or family history of anxiety disorder. So children of parents with panic disorder are much likely to develop panic disorder. जिन जिन families में parents को diagnosed है panic disorder, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा chances हैं कि बच्चों के अंदर भी panic disorder develop हो सकता है. The increasing rate of panic attacks is directly linked to early sexual maturity. The higher rates of panic attacks is directly linked with the earlier sexual maturity. Now, how we will diagnose panic disorder? So, the diagnostic criteria of panic disorder: recurrent unexpected panic attacks. That is panic disorder. A panic attack क्या है? It's an abrupt surge of intense fear or intense discomfort that reaches a peak within minutes. And within minute or within 10 minutes. Specific time है. अगर 10 minutes के अंदर अंदर जो उसका डर है, जो उसका डिस्कम्फर्ट है, वो इतना एकदम से इतना सर्च पे चला जाए, इतना पीक पर चला जाए कि दैट टाइम द पर्सन एक्सपीरियंसेस 4 or more of the following symptoms. Then we can diagnose that case as a case of panic disorder. Means within 10 minutes, his fear and discomfort feeling reaches the peak. And that time he experiences 4 or more of the following symptoms. And these symptoms are palpitations, increased heart rate, excessive perspiration, sweating, sensation of shortness of breath, difficulty in breathing, suffocated feeling of choking, pain in chest, nausea, abdominal tenderness, distress in the abdomen, feeling dizzy, that is dizziness, chill or heat, sensations, then derealizations, depersonalization, feeling of losing control. The person loses control on himself. He just goes crazy and starts doing crazy things. Fear of dying. The patient has a fear of death. Then numbness sensation, tingling sensations, trembling of the hands, shaking of the hands and the feet. So basically, when the person experiences 4 or more of these following symptoms within when his fear and discomfort reaches peak within 10 minutes, and that time if he is experiencing 4 or more of these following symptoms, then we can diagnose that case as a case of panic disorder. So this is the one criteria to diagnose a case of panic disorder. Then B, at least one of the attack has been followed by 1 month or more of one or both of the following. Persistent concern or worry about additional panic attacks or their consequences. The patient is persistently worrying about the panic attacks and its consequences. मतलब जो पर्सन है पूरा दिन यही सोचता रहता है, टेंशन लेता रहता है कि अगर मुझे पैनिक अटैक्स आए और उसके कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस क्या होंगे, मैं अपने आप पे से कंट्रोल लूज कर दूंगा, आई स्टार्ट डूइंग क्रेजी थिंग्स, मुझे हार्ट अटैक आ जाएगा. एंड कंटिन्यूसली वो इसी बारे में पर्सिस्टेंटली सोचता रहता है, टेंशन लेता रहता है अबाउट हिज पैनिक अटैक्स. सेकेंड, a significant maladaptive change in behavior related to the attacks. उसके behavior में बहुत significant change आएगा which is related to the attack. For example, behaviors designed to avoid panic attacks such as avoidance of exercise or unfamiliar situations. क्या change आएगा उसके behavior में? He will start avoiding those situations to avoid panic attacks. ना वो जाएगा उस जगह पे ना panic attacks होंगे. So he will start avoiding those situations to avoid those panic attacks. The disturbance is not attributable to the physiological effects of a substance, example, a drug abuse, medication, or another medical condition, example, hyperthyroidism, cardiopulmonary disorder. That means the panic attacks are not accounted by any other medical disorder. किसी और मेडिकल कंडीशन की वजह से ये अटैक्स नहीं है. That is any medical conditions like hyperthyroidism, cardiopulmonary disorders या कोई drug abuse, कोई any medication, etc. There's one more way to diagnose panic disorder, that is the presence or absence of agoraphobia. Presence or absence of agoraphobia. This is another way, another criteria to diagnose panic disorder, that is presence or absence of agoraphobia. Agoraphobia होता है, it's also a type of anxiety disorder, जिसके अंदर क्या होता है कि पेशेंट को बहुत ज़्यादा डर लगता है. He has an intense fear and he avoids those places or situations that might cause panic attack. Basically agoraphobia भी एंजाइटी डिसऑर्डर ही है, जहाँ पे पर्सन को बहुत ज्यादा फियर और डर लगता है उसको, और वो अवॉइड करता है उन प्लेसेस को, उन सिचुएशंस को जहाँ पे उसको पैनिक अटैक्स आ सकते हैं, या जहाँ पर वो बहुत पैनिक हो जाएगा. वो उन प्लेसेस को, उन सिचुएशंस को अवॉइड करता है. उसको लगता है कि मैं ट्रैप ना हो जाऊं. हेल्पलेस फील करता है, वो एम्बेरेस्ड फील करता है, एंड ही स्टार्ट्स अवॉइडिंग दोज प्लेसेस, दोज सिचुएशंस. उसको लगता है कि अगर मैं वहां चला गया तो मैं वहां से बाहर नहीं निकल पाऊंगा. उसको इतना डर लगता है उस जगह पे जाने से कि अगर पर्टिकुलर प्लेस पे गया तो मैं वहां से निकल नहीं पाऊंगा. देयर इज नो वे टू एस्केप और टू गेट हेल्प. मैं वहां से निकल नहीं पाऊंगा, वहां से बाहर नहीं आ पाऊंगा. दैट इज एगोराफोबिया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कोई शॉपिंग सेंटर हो गया, कोई मॉल हो गया, तो ही स्टार्ट्स अवॉइडिंग दोज places. Now, management. Cognitive behavioral therapy is helpful for the management of the panic attacks, and the recovery rate is approximately 70%. So, this was all about panic disorder. Thank you.